Hey everybody, welcome back. Levi Gardner here from Urban Roots, doing another video tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the Broadfork. The Broadfork, if you've ever visited our farm here at Urban Roots, is one of our favorite tools to use. I've got a couple different models here that I'm going to explain and show you how to use. Really valuable tool to have. So to introduce you to the Broadfork, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a broad fork. It's also known as the U-bar because it has a U shape. And it's really popular in small-scale agriculture, specifically in Europe, but in the States we don't see them very often. And since we don't use any tillage or mechanization here in the beds, the Broadfork is an invaluable tool for bed preparation and helping develop a really healthy physical soil structure. So we have two different Broadforks here that I want to explain. This first one is from Johnny Selected Seeds. It's a 7-tine Broadfork, and you can see it's seen some better days. But it has this kind of thin tine that has a bit of a curve in the back of it, and then it penetrates here. So hopefully you can see all that. We use this generally more for harvesting or sometimes to help remove rocks because the tines are a little bit closer together, and so when we use it and pivot back, it can help us pull up anything from the soil. However, most of the time we're using this Broadfork. So this is one that's all metal. The whole thing is integrated. It's by a company called Meadow Creature. These are about $250, and you can see it has a significantly thicker tine on it. It's about 1/4-inch plate steel, and this is really the one that we like to use for our bed preparation. The one thing you should know is it's quite heavy. So those are just a couple that we can use. But to kind of introduce you to how we use it, so as I've mentioned in many of our other videos here, we use 4-foot wide beds that we just have string on the outside of them. And before we even start to work on our bed, we have something called our digging board. And our digging board, you can see, is just 5/8-inch plywood with a handle cut out that's about 4 feet wide. And what this does is distribute our weight so that when we're in our bed, my weight is distributed over about 8 square feet instead of just where my feet are sitting. So in our bed, we have our Broadfork, and again, this is a good upper body workout. But we're gonna press it in. I've already worked this bed, so it's pretty loose. But we're gonna press in, and then we're gonna pull back about a 45-degree angle, and then we're gonna lift it up, and we're gonna drag back about a foot. And so we have 3 different measures of soil fertility: physical, biological, and chemical. And what this is helping do is create a really healthy physical soil structure so our roots can have deep penetration. It's not so much aeration as it is providing space for all of the complex trophic webs in the soil to move freely, as well as for water to infiltrate and roots to infiltrate. So we'll pull it back, and we'll do it again, bringing it down to about 45 degrees. Then we'll do one more, same thing. And because the Broadfork's about 2 feet wide and our bed is 4 feet wide, then we'll go back here. You can see sometimes I'll hit a rock, so then I'll pull it up and, you know, I'll work that one out later. Oh, there it is. So I'll work that one out, go down here, a couple more times. And again, these beds, because we've worked them already a number of times, the Broadfork gets in pretty easily. Then we grab just a regular steel tine rake, and you can see a nice short strokes, and I'll rake out this bed. And so even though we don't use a tiller, what we are gaining from this tool is as valuable as a tiller is. So we'll go through and do this the whole way around the bed, pull that rock out. And you can see now we've got a bed that's already prepared for planting. We like using double digging, but when we don't double dig, and you can see one of our other videos to learn more about that, the Broadfork is a great technique and a great way to create a bed that's really has good physical soil structure. And also when we work it like that, it makes it really easy to pull out weeds because you can see the roots are easily able to be removed. So you can check out more on those companies at Johnny Selected Seeds or Meadow Creature. And if you have more questions about bed preparation, be sure to check out our video on double digging. Thanks for checking out our video, and be sure to subscribe. Take care.